So most of the people think that hormones will make them fat, hormones will make them having them acne, and a diamond only can cut a diamond. You cannot take a knife and cut a diamond.
Yeah. Ma'am, there are increased cases of PCOS and PCOD
Absolutely.
in this time, right? Initially, it was like 1 or 2 rare cases.
Right.
Now,
The thing is the addictions which you are undergoing in these today's days, including alcohol, smoking, and even drugs, whatever has, all these are having an effect.
you hold a Guinness record
Right,
for
right.
maximum number of fibroids removal,
Yes.
right? 84, I
Yes.
think.
The epigenetics here are again the stress, again the pollution, again the addictions.
Really, everything bad in this generation is causing all sorts.
Unforgiving, and people are never happy with that.
It basically lengthens our lifespan.
25-year-old kid who is having a kidney failure.
Huh.
You either look at a mother giving it or a sister giving it or somebody giving
Yes.
it. Maybe it works for 10 years, 15 years. Again, he's only 35. We want another kidney. So from where are we getting?
Ma'am, the first thing I'd like to ask you is what is a medical myth that you'd like to burst today?
So, being a gynecologist, I would like to bust the medical myths in gynecology itself. So, most of the people think that hormones will make them fat, hormones will make them having them acne, and once we start taking these hormones, including thyroid, once we start diabetic medications or whatever it is, we have to take it lifelong. So what we need to understand is that a diamond only can cut a diamond. You cannot take a knife and cut a diamond.
Yeah.
And we need to understand there is an imbalance in the body, and imbalance is not a norm. So if you have a hormonal imbalance, you need to put the opposite hormone to balance it. And if you have a deficiency of a hormone, like whether it is insulin or thyroid, you have to supplement it. You cannot make a curry without salt. If the salt is not there, you cannot live. If the salt is more also, it is not good for your organs. Same way, thyroid is deficient, you should be taking thyroid, and it works only 24 hours. So every day you will have to take it to have a balance.
Ma'am, there are increased cases of PCOS and PCOD
Absolutely.
in this time, right? Initially, it was like 1 or 2 rare cases.
Right.
Now it's like very much surge
Right.
of the cases.
Yes.
Why is that?
So it's yourself has answered so many things. In this generation, it has happened. Why did it happen? Because of the lifestyle changes which we have changed. One, couch potato syndrome. People are hardly doing exercise. If they are doing extreme exercises, which are not very important for PCOS. Second, dietary changes. We have got so much used to this Swiggies and etc. etc. What happened is we are not eating healthy diet, which is a balanced diet. What we need to do in PCOS is low carb and high protein diet. Third, the stress people are undergoing in today's time will itself change a lot of hormonal changes in the adrenals, thus having an effect on the ovaries. And the fourth thing is the addictions which you are undergoing in these today's days, including alcohol, smoking, and even drugs, whatever has. All these are having an effect. So once these things have an effect, then the psychological effects of all these and physical effects will affect the organs inside, and that lead to PCOS, where we see three things.
Yeah.
One, we see irregular cycles. So ovulation does not happen. Because ovulation does not happen, pregnancy do not come. Second, you see a lot of acne and abnormal hair. That is because of increased testosterone, which we are seeing. Third, we see insulin resistance. So they put on lots of weight, and weight will not come down in spite of them doing as many as possible. So these three things which happen in PCOS is everything is man-made, iatrogenic.
You mentioned early menopause in 18 to 20-year-olds.
Yes.
Right? Is it because of the same reasons?
Absolutely. See, to put it in a nutshell, what we call it is endocrine disrupting chemicals. We are exposed to a lot of pollution outside, which can be in the form of fumes or what we eat. We become what we eat. So whether it is what we are eating or even the lipsticks, cosmetics, everything have dioxins and phenols in it. So these things disrupt the endocrines in our body. So this is the reason we are seeing premature ovarian failures, decreased ovarian reserves, and menopause in a very younger stage, including, even though they are not menopausal, the quality and quantity of oocytes are less.
Ma'am, you're a laparoscopic surgeon
Yes,
as well, right? You hold a Guinness record
Right,
for
right.
maximum number of fibroids removal, right?
Yes.
84, I
Yes.
think. Why do they form, ma'am?
See, there are so many reasons why anything. We always look into genetics and epigenetics. Genetic is somebody has a tendency to come. Yeah, it is there. Just by itself, genetics do not lead to anything. There is epigenetics which act on it and allow it to change. The epigenetics here are again the stress, again the pollution, again the addictions and everything which make a change in such a way in the hormones that they're stimulated to produce more tumors.
So basically, everything bad in this generation is causing all sorts of.
I don't know. We are not here judgment to say whether it is bad or good, but it is definitely affecting the health of the human being. And we do see extremes of healthcare that we are seeing today.
What are the consequences of developing these fibroids?
See, it can be asymptomatic. Just the presence of it, we are not worried. It is the number, location, the size, and the symptoms which matter. So if it is just there without causing any symptoms, we are not worried. But if it is causing a space-occupying lesion, allowing it to have a pressure effect on the bowel and the bladder, or it is in the location where pregnancy cannot sit, or it can be leading to increased bleeding or pain, whatever. Or these are things when they come to us. So depending on the age of the patient, we give them the choice. It can be minimal access surgeries like removing only the fibroids, or if it is asymptomatic, only bleeding, hormonal supplements or putting Mirena, or depending on the age, if they have crossed 45 years, multiple or recurrent, or a chance of sudden increase in size, then we also give the option of hysterectomy to them. Everything in minimal access surgeries, either laparoscopy or robotic.
Ma'am, you're an educator as well.
Yes.
You guide the new generation
Right.
of doctors. What qualities do you look for them? I mean,
the interest and wanting to learn. I think that is something which I never think. There is, I feel as a human being, everybody has an innate ability and an acquired ability. Ability. And everybody can learn everything if they have an interest and wanting to learn. Want to learn is the most important thing. If people with innate ability, the learning curve is less. People with acquired, they might have a longer learning curve, but they can do it. Nothing is impossible.
ma'am, in light of recent incidents, night shift is something a doctor
Right.
cannot avoid.
Right.
It's a part of their life.
Right.
What security measures do you think should be implemented?
So I think, like you said, in view of what is happening, we have lost trust on our colleagues itself.
Yes.
Previously, when we used to be like, we were so naive, we used to play, we used to do, never even a thought you'd come that something can happen. But unfortunately, the things have changed. We cannot trust our own friends in the group. And on the top of it, when there are intoxicants which are available there, then anything can happen. So I think being in our limits and seeing that a moderate amount of any thing is taken and having a backup mobile checkup, and always I feel Telangana government has come up with she teams which are very good, and that emergency number which we can call. All these things make a lot of difference. So it's again PPP, it's a private public partnership. So government has come up with their thing, and we should have our own sense of what we can do.
Responsibility.
Like again, it's individual responsibility.
Ma'am, medicine is a very brutal field.
Yes.
It's very unforgiving.
And people are never happy with that.
That is very
eternally unhappy.
So, because of this brutality, most of the innovations are due to patient needs, right?
Right.
So, what is it that an innovation or a new procedure that you came up with and it backfired spectacularly?
I think I've been very fortunate. Never it backfire, because when we look at things and say that is the need of the patient, and when we discuss and when we are honest with the patient and make a patient a part of the innovation, in the sense that this is what we need for you. Now, this is the only way. Like I said, when we have two different things existing in two different worlds, one is engineering, one is medicine, and trying to get that into this and fix it, and making a patient a part of it and thinking that it might work, it might not work, but if it doesn't work, it is zero. If it works, whatever. So it never backfired till now. So
very
I've been
fortunate.
lucky. I think I always tell everybody I'm God's favorite child. He has been instrumental in whatever I have achieved today.
It's actually very inspiring, your journey.
It happens.
Your life as a doctor and your family life, it must be very hard to manage both, because being a doctor, I don't think there's an off switch for the job.
But like I said, if we make a team, it is possible. But first, we have to understand our priorities. When we understand our priorities, which are dynamic, it can change every day. Today, my job can be my priority. Tomorrow, my family can be my priority. It's just the thing. it depends on everyday dynamics.
Your priority changes
Change
according to the
naturally. It
situation.
cannot be one thing at a time.
Yeah.
If my daughter has a parent-teacher meeting, that day that is my priority. If my patient is in labor, that day that is my priority. And when we have teams, both at home and both at work,
A support system.
support systems is nothing but team is nothing but build. So
Yeah.
it's a building of the teams, and to cut short our work schedule and everything, technology comes in the way. So we cannot say we will be traditional, we will be the same way. No, technology comes to make our life easier and make a patient's life safer. So take the technology which comes, build teams, and then I'm sure we can balance. And like I said, like I never practiced right from 2003. I never practiced after 5 o'clock. So that's always there. I think that's what you should know your thing. I'm sure everything falls
Ma'am,
into place.
you mentioned the technology that is being integrated into
Yes,
medicine, the
medicine.
new technology,
Yes.
AI, robotics.
Everything, and
Yeah.
3D printing. See, regenerative medicine is nothing but more of engineering which can be utilized when we make artificial tracheas,
Yeah.
artificial kidneys. That is what we are looking at. 3D printing of organs are what we are looking at, so that we
Yes.
cannot have rejections. We cannot look at organ deficiencies and all that.
It basically lengthens our lifespan a little bit more.
Absolutely.
So,
Not little bit. If you have a young guy, 25-year-old kid who is having a kidney failure, you either look at a mother giving it or a sister giving it or somebody giving
Yes.
it. Maybe it works for 10 years, 15 years. Again, he's only 35. We want another kidney. So from where are we getting? So I think the future is where we look at these things which will extend the lifespan to the normal lifespan of the human being. We are not looking at little increase.
a lot of
A 20-year-old can live to 60, 70 years, which is his normal lifespan.
Yeah.
And without having the fear of taking lot of medicines which will suppress the immunity so that he get infections, and without looking out, maybe my kidney will again conk off. These are all things.
The technology generally it comes from engineers
Yes.
and combination of engineering
Yes.
and medicine.
Yes.
So how do you push engineers into integrating with medicine, because both are very complicated
Yeah,
and very
I know.
never ending.
I agree. But we talk to them and we tell this is what we want. How
Yeah.
you're coming to that, I don't know. For me, solution is important. So the ideas keep coming from the engineers and they throw it to us. Then we tell how easier it is. So when I look at solution, it has to be easy, it has to be reproducible, and it has to be safer for the patient.
Okay.
For the surgeon, it has to be comfortable.
Yeah.
If you give me some solution which is like this and going on, I'm not interested in using it.
Okay.
So it has to be reproducible by many generations. And it has to be easily interpreted.
Okay.
And it easily produced also. And it has to be the safest. I know it is a task, but I'm sure there will be solutions. That is where the innovations come.
Yes.
Innovation just does not come like this.
Yeah, it takes a lot of effort from both sides.
Yes.
Ma'am, what advice do you think you want to give young doctors or young engineers?
Like I said, everybody knows themselves better than the other people. So don't try to live from the eyes of the other people. Live, be yourself, and believe in yourself has been my motto always. And if you believe in yourself, you can achieve whatever you want in life.
Ma'am, last health advice that you'd like everybody to follow?
So I think, like I said, I wish to sleep, but people don't sleep. What is definitely is, sleep is the time when you grow. Sleep is the time when your body rejuvenates. And that is, sleep is the time when all this melatonin and all helps the hormones to come back to normal. I think 6 to 8 hours sleep is everybody should be vying for.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your
Thank you.
valuable time. It was a very enlightening
Thank
conversation with you.
Pleasure.